Hey everybody, this is Frederick Ball. I am your instructor for Reading 158, starting very soon. And I wanted to introduce myself, introduce the class, and go over the work that we're going to be doing this semester. To get to our class, you're going to want to go to MySWC, and you'll want to log in. And when you do, it'll take you to this homepage. You will go to our class right here. And take a few minutes, look around. The syllabus is here. Let me just highlight a couple things for you. Once it opens, it's getting there, it's thinking. You can also do this little icon here. I think I'll do that if it's faster. Okay, so we're together for Reading 158. I am on the main campus if you are on the main campus as well. If there's ever any questions or concerns, you can find me in my office. And if you're not aware of where the 430 building is, it's by the Academic Success Center and the Timeout Cafe. If you get to room 415, look right behind you, and that's where my office is. It's down this little hallway. This is when I'm in my office. And probably the best way to reach me, though, if you have questions, is via email. And my email is right there. I'm really good at responding to email, usually within a few hours during the day, but I tell you to give me about 24 hours to get to you. That doesn't count the weekends. If you ever have questions about Canvas, I can't teach you how to use it, but if there's questions that you have, there's the Online Learning Center here, and there's also the help option where you can email questions and you can call them. There are some things, though, that are my problem, my issue, maybe something I didn't do. Sometimes I might forget to publish an assignment or it's not available to you. If that's the case, email me and I will fix it. We have a description of the course. There are no books to buy in the class. All the readings are online for you. You will be watching the movie The True Cost, which used to be streaming for free on Netflix. Now it's on Amazon Prime. If you have a Prime membership, great. If you don't, you can get a free 30-day membership where you can watch the movie. And we're going to talk about it, analyze it, do a little research project based on that, and that'll be due next month. So you have a little bit of time. Attendance and participation, we are together for 8 weeks. And so we have the same amount of work as a 16-week semester, but half the time. If you miss, how do I have this here? If you don't complete the first week's assignments, or you do not do any assignments for a week, that says to me you're dropping the class, and I will drop you from the class if you haven't done so already. Life happens, things happen. If you miss a day or two, but you will still be continuing in the class, just email me, which is part of regular effective contact with you. I will check in with you a couple times a week. I will send you reminders of assignments, changes in due dates, or clarification on work. Speaking of work, this is how your grade is break down. I'll let you look at that on your own. I don't take late work. We move too fast and I have too many students to keep it all organized. There are two main assignments that you're going to do. One is a reading response and one is called a rhetorical précis. Some of you may already know about the rhetorical précis. If you don't, it's an analytical summary of a text. It's very structured and you have to answer specific points. And the directions are all in there. I don't take late work, but what I will do at the end of the semester is drop one response and one précis. Plus, at the end of the semester, you will get to do an extra credit précis, and there's an extra credit response here and there. So if life gets in the way, don't despair, because I will be dropping a couple of assignments. I will let you look at the rest of this on your own. But speaking of assignments, let me go to the home page. There's a couple places where you can see what we're doing. There's your to-do list right here. All you do is click on the assignment and see what it is. The other way that we're going to be doing this You can also go to the view calendar, which gives you the whole month or the whole semester. And all you have to do is click on the assignment. And what I wanted to mention was because I teach this class in the regular semester, I teach it in the summer. And my thought was, well, do you want 4 to 8 assignments twice a week, or do you want 2 or 3 things every day? I thought it would be more doable to do it this way, where there's a couple things due every day. The readings are pretty short. For example, this one is maybe 3 pages long. We'll see if it opens up. Yes, hang on 1 second here. 1, 2, 3 pages. That's nothing. And then you do a 1-paragraph response, or you do a 1-paragraph précis. So it's all very doable. Because I don't take late work, what I would suggest, though, is do a couple days in advance when you can, if you can. So, for example, once you start getting into the groove of things, if you do this one, well, these are kind of connected. Maybe do 2 days worth at a time, just to make sure that you don't get off track, because people get sick, your loved ones get sick, people, God forbid, get hospitalized, your car breaks down, something happens. We all know it happens. Just to save you from emailing me with your concerns, do a couple assignments ahead of time, and just remember that I do drop some things as well. So this is the other way to see our work. And then for the first couple weeks, I'm going to refer you specifically to the modules. There will be modules posted here, but the modules are another way to know that, oh, in my first day, I got to cover this. These are all really short, just overview of online learning. And then when you get to here, okay, this is what I have to do. It might seem a little overwhelming at first, but it'll get easier as time goes on. And these are all really brief assignments. Sometimes the dates don't add up. So I would suggest just go with what's in the module, or go with what is on the to-do list, or go with what's on the calendar. If you're not sure about something, just email me. So speaking of the course, when you do go to the modules for the first day, you'll want to go through these links. There's a welcome here. And then there's just some information on online learning, if you're ready for it. The time commitment. People think online classes are easier. For some it is. For some it's a little bit harder. The hardest part that I can tell is just remembering that you have the class and the deadlines. So even though the class is online, there are still deadlines. But you can do the work whenever you want to. 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, as long as it's in by the due date. So for the first day, you're going to go through these links. Is your computer ready? And then when you're done, that will lead you right into the icebreaker, where you introduce yourself. Tell me a little bit about yourself, your interests, hobbies, your major, your current job, if you have one. Sometimes, at least once in the semester, I'll have somebody who's from out of the area, like somewhere in California, in another part of the country. I've had people overseas taking classes, which is kind of cool because it adds a different flavor to the course. With the discussions, you'll basically read what I'm asking you to do and click on reply. Click on reply and start typing. When you're done, you will post your reply. And then what you'll do is I will ask you to respond to 2 of your classmates. And that's just to make sure that you have just a good experience in the class. It's interactive. You know who your classmates are. You're not working completely alone. So almost in all cases with the responses, you will need to answer a couple of your classmates, and the responses will show up here, and you just respond to them. And that's it. All right. So everything is here for you. If you get to the modules, or if you get to the calendar and something isn't opening, just email me. If you're focusing on the modules, the dates are a little bit off, but just go down the list. If it doesn't correspond with this list, this date, just go down the list. If you're not sure about something, just email me. So I think, well, now that I'm looking at it, it looks like everything is good, but sometimes there are problems. All right. So these are the first few tabs that we're looking at. I think that's all I wanted to talk to you about. So yeah, that's it. Easy peasy, I think. If there are any questions or concerns, let me know. Otherwise, we will talk again soon. Thanks for listening, and good luck.